Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Up first is Unbreakable, and he'll be going up against Sugar Ray Leonard, tipping the scales at the limit, 160 pounds, with a reach of 179.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
First up, we have the Unbreakable from Jamaica. Sugar Ray Leonard, an undisputed welterweight champion, and he won world titles in 5 weight classes.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Jamaica. Wearing the light yellow trunks trimmed with green, Unbreakable. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting one of the all-time greats, the Hall of Fame legend of boxing, a 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is usually second to none if you get the right fight.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Swing and a miss with that jab. If you're a counter-puncher, then basically you do the counter-attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light. Concentrate.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
These are my kind of fights. Boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
A perfect counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. It's no secret who that... Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Caution being thrown to the win. You've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class. It sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. Nice counter shot. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Just missed with that hook. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
He threw a punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there.
I love that jab.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. The perfect counter lands. Can't land the jab there. Nice counter shot. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Got out of the way of that right hook. They're giving us a high-tempo show. The courage on display here is incredible. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different...
Here we go to the fourth round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain, babe.
That counter punch caught him clean. They both want a knockout, you can tell. A little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. exchange here from both men. The jab misses. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. You know that. On to the fifth we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Couldn't land that jab. Can't score with that jab. Counter punch right up the middle. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. There's the bell for round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Good defense on that right hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Catch and shoot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny? I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. And Sugar Ray is down on the canvas. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
I need to see that again.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. It's not over until it's over, but round 7, here we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
The straight right just misses. Himself out, though. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
The stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. There's the bell to start round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. Just can't find the target. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brain.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That jab misses. Missing with the left hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. That big hook doesn't land. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment forward, and there's the bell for round 9. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Through the hook, didn't land. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like an eternity. And here comes the 10th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Good counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The straight right just misses. Stamina is off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Stamina is all. Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. These punches coming from every angle. Only catching air with that hook. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. We'll see how much endurance these two... And there's the bell to start round 12. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Insane action! Tried to score with a jab. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he scores with the counter. That counter shot lands. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened, a unanimous decision. What a way, what tactic.